Abraham Maslow is one of the most famous psychologists with his holistic dynamic theory and hierarchy of needs. According to Maslow, in order to attain self-actualization, people should satisfy their lower level needs first, such as hunger, safety, love, and esteem. Maslow believed that people have different levels of needs and people need to have all of these completed in order to become self-actualized. For Maslow, self-actualization is a prize and only a few people can actually achieve it in their lifetime. However, is this always the case? Is self-actualization always this linear process where we must complete one level to reach another, only to realize that only a few people are actually deemed to call themselves worthy of being self-actualized? Or so Maslow says. Well, newer research reveals that the process to becoming self-actualized doesn't actually have to be this rigid. That even when we lack certain aspects of the hierarchy, we can still become self-actualized people. To give a more concrete example, let's take a look at Isko. Isko grew up in an orphanage. He didn't have any family with him. No one had ever adopted him. And I'm pretty sure that's already a blow to his love and belongingness. Isko, however, was very intelligent, and he was able to get into the University of the Philippines, DILIMAN. Now, of course that's a boost for anyone's self-esteem. But he wasn't able to get a slot in the dormitories within the UP. So he had to settle living in a sketchy neighborhood that was far from school. Rumor has it that the place had a high crime rate, and people would get stabbed outside for no reason. In terms of food and clothing, Isko pretty much only has one pair of everything, and his basic meal consists of pancit canton and cola from the kiosk. Not exactly the most healthy choice. If we look at Isko's life and use Maslow's parameters, well, he's pretty much doomed and he will never reach self-actualization. Despite all of the adversities, Isko was able to rise to the occasion and he graduated summa cum laude of his batch. He was able to focus on the present and mark the goal to be able to graduate by doing his best in everything. He wasn't ashamed of where he came from, he wasn't ashamed of his lifestyle. Isko became an independent person full of empathy and acceptance for other people. He knows what he wants and he wakes up every morning with a sense of purpose. In the end, Isko was able to get the job that he wanted. He was able to make an impact on those around him. His purpose-driven personality, filled with his witty humor, actually made him appreciate the life that he had. He was able to maximize his talents even though he was very much aware of his own limitations. In this sense, or at least at this current point in his life, wouldn't you say that Isko is already self-actualized? Well, I don't know about Maslow, but Isko's life pretty much sounds like all of ours. We are faced with adversities every day, and sometimes we don't always get what we want or what we need. However, it isn't the end of the world for us. We can still self-actualize, we can still become successful. All we have to do is be like Isko.